Hey guys, it's me, your friend, Miss Spicy X, aka Miss Florida, and today we have True Story Tuesday. It's back, guys. And what are we going to be talking about today? I gotta do my True Story Tuesday theme song. True Story Tuesday, True Story Tuesday, True Story Tuesday. And today, this one's pretty spicy. So before we go any further, if you could please put this video on pause, go grab something spicy from your fridge, and we're gonna be talking. So on today's True Story Tuesday, this one is going to be titled, I Fell in Love with My Manager / Boss, but more my manager, my nighttime manager. So here we go, guys. So I used to work at a call center, and there was this, I really fell head over heels for my boss. Now I'm the kind of girl that if I like a guy and I see that it's going nowhere and he's just not getting the hint, sometimes I'll just, stand up and I'll just be like, I gotta be honest with you. I've had feelings for you this entire time. I'm the kind of person that would do that if I see that it's going nowhere, and I could just feel the chemistry. In this case, I did, but I was kind of, but it's not like you can go up to your boss and be like, I like you, bossy boo, I like you. No, it's not like that. So one day, I was in my car, I was driving, and I had my buddy with me, and we went to the convenience store for break time or lunch. Anyways, so I got sound effects. Did you hear that? I got sound effects for this surround sound. So I'm just driving, right? Brr. And then I turned to her, and I talk about, we're talking about guys that we like, and she's going through a hard time, but I'm not gonna go into detail about her life because this is about me. Don't mean to sound like a narcissist, but for this video I will be. So I told her I really like her boss, but I don't know that much about him. And she's like, girl, well, let me tell you this. He's into the Mexican cuisine, and you're in luck. He likes Mexican women. I was like, yes. And so I was like, okay. And she told me, well, his favorite food is sopita. And she's like, well, I'll brag and tell him that you know how to make it and that you're cooking it. You're going to bring it to a potluck one day. And I was like, yeah, girl, put in a good word for me. I just don't know how to say, how do you say it to your boss? So she's like, I got you. That's not what she did. So she went to go blab to her other friend. Guess what? Rita likes the manager. And then she was like, girl, really? And they were like, well, let's go tell him. And I was like, what are we, in high school? I was like, it's gonna go one or two ways. Either he's gonna be like, ew, gross, I don't like her. Or he's gonna be like, I've liked her this entire time. I'm so glad she feels the same way. So I was like, fingers crossed. But I didn't know about it. So I thought, and then I left to go get something to eat. This is gonna sound bad. There was another guy who was interested in me, so he wanted to take me out for lunch. I was trying to let him down slowly and tell him, I'm sorry, I don't feel the same way. I like our boss. But anyways, you're probably thinking, Rita, you're crazy. How do you even know that you and your boss were gonna be together? Well, let me tell you the story. So they said to him, hey, bossy boy, get over here. Guess what? She likes you. And then I wasn't there to see what happened, but then I come back and they're like, Rita, he likes you too. yes, yes, he likes me too. Yes. So happy. Because we had like everything in common. But anyways. But then it wasn't, I was just taking their word for it. I was like, what if they're lying? What if it's not true? Because I didn't hear it straight from the horse's mouth. So eventually I did find out that he did feel the same way, but I found out in a way that I didn't want to find out. Fast forward, I think a few days later. Man, this is a hard part. It's gonna be hard for me to tell. So he was a bit of a coward, because he didn't want to come face me and just say, hey, I have feelings for you, I like you too, let's go out sometime. He didn't. He didn't do that. My plan was to tell him and just blurt it out as soon as he, the day of, whenever he was going to leave, because he was going to go to a different job anyways, and I was going to say it. But anyways, we were still working that same job together, and then I thought, well, he's going to say something, he's going to ask me. He didn't ask me. He didn't ask me out. He didn't do any of that. Instead, he went on a date with my sister. Oh my god. I'm not even kidding you guys. My heart was so broken. I cried. Okay, so here's what happened. I noticed that my sister was gone. I noticed that he was gone. I was like, where are these two? What are they doing? We're all working the same job, And then there was this person who was transgender, fluid, whatever, picking on my sister like, ooh, y'all went on a date. And I'm over here in the back and like, my heart is shattered. And I'm like, what? Date? How could she? Right? And I wanted to cry so bad. I wanted to cry. Because I saw them both get back at the same time. And they both knew I was upset. I told my sister I was so mad. Instead of her just coming out with it and saying, he wanted to know more about you and he's a coward and he's a loser. I'm sorry, guys. But if you do this, you're a coward. You need to go to the girl and talk to her yourself if you want to find out about her. Never go to the sister. You're going to cause a rift in between them. So I was so mad. So mad. They both knew I was mad. He knew I was mad. The last thing he wanted was for me to be mad. He didn't even, he was gonna, finally try, but he was too much of a coward to actually ask me out on a date. I wanted to go on a date, but that's not how it works, trying to be feminine, wait for the guy to ask, right? It took him forever, and then he finally asked me, but I was shattered, okay? So I'm like, I have 1 hour left in my shift. I don't want to see either of them. I go and I work in a corner, and I'm next to this guy, trying to hold a conversation, trying not to cry, trying to keep it in the back of my head, and he's approaching me every 5 seconds. Are you okay? Are you okay? Are you okay? And I'm like, I'm fine. So fine. Fine. Right? And then he's like, well, give me a hug whenever you leave. Okay, side hug. Bye. And then as soon as I got in my car,
they ask you how you are, you just have to say that you're fine when you're not really fine. They ask you how you are, you just have to say that you're fine when you're not really fine. But
why? How could my sister betray me? Why? And I was a wreck for like about 5 minutes driving on the way home. And then I was like, I gotta snap out of it. Because I still live with my mom and dad. And I didn't want them to see me a wreck. So I finally just like pretending like as if nothing happened. And I was like, you know what? Fine. they could be happy together. They could have their little happily ever after. But that was real low blow. That goes against the blood sister code. You don't do that. So, yeah, it was really stupid. And I made sure that my sister would never do that again to me. But anyways. And then, so, you know, I'm over here crying my eyes out again. And I'm crying in bed and I'm just crying. And she's like, look, here's his number. Go text him. He likes you. And I'm like, fine. So I text him and I'm like, I was really upset. It looked like a date. It's all misunderstanding, back and forth, you know. He's like, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to cause a rift in between you. You're just such a coward. And then we started texting and messaging each other. And then like maybe like 3 weeks later, he finally asked me out on a date. And we finally go on one. It took him long enough. You know, and then we ended up together. We had our little happily ever after. But then things changed. I was like, man, this is everything I wanted. We have every single thing in common. We both go to church. We both have the same idea, but then all of a sudden his mother got in the way, decided that she didn't like me for multiple reasons. They use that whole stupid excuse, unequally yoked crap whenever it's religious, you know? Which, you know what, just forget that. This whole legalistic, unequally yoked crap doesn't work, because I know it would have worked. Marriages work. I would have put in the work. And she got in the middle of it. She meddled in it. She wanted to see me gone. Not only that, but because I'm not like them. Brown hair, brown eyes, brown skin, Latina. It was unacceptable. Top that off, they're Trump supporters. Go figure. And she got her way. I was gone before you knew it, because he just dropped me like that, as if I didn't matter. And then he left me. And that's my story. It wasn't a happy ending. Right now, I'm more focused on my fan base right now. I'm more focused on you guys right now, because you guys make me thrive, and I want to keep going for you. And that's what I'm here for. I'm here to brighten your day. I know that wasn't a happy story. That was kind of sad. But anyways, and I ended it so quickly. But anyways, that was my story about how I fell in love with my boss. And then, sad ending. The one that got away. If you like this video, please like and subscribe to more True Story Tuesday, which will be on the Rita Florida channel, Miss Florida channel, and the Spicy X channel. Like, subscribe, push the bell notification on both channels, and I will see you in the next one. And don't forget to eat something spicy because your mom told you to. And if this is on the Rita Florida channel, I hope that you all have a good day. And if not, I hope it gets better. And if you're a man, you're a beautiful man. Have a nice day.